Hey guys, this is Tom, and if you're new to my channel, I make videos that help you empower your higher self and manifest your dream life. In this video, I'm going to be giving you 3 signs you have successfully reprogrammed your subconscious mind. And obviously, if you have successfully reprogrammed this deeper part of yourself, you're realigning your life to have something positively play out for you or manifest and attract in. So that's typically the desires you want to manifest in, or the habits and ways of life, ways of carrying yourself you want to embody. All of that requires you to reprogram that subconscious mind of yours. So let's get straight into the signs. So number 1 is you are actually doing a daily practice, whether that's visualizing and imagining vividly, or whether it's listening to tapes and subliminals, whatever the technique is, you're actually wholeheartedly following through with integrity. Now, I'm not saying this to guilt trip anyone for skipping on the actual practices. I'm mainly talking to my past self when I say this is the case, because there were many things my past self wanted to bring to life. Financially, in my career, in my relationships, in my sense of adventure and travel around the world. Whatever it was at the time, I would often say these things, but then when I was honest with myself, there was a complete lack of integrity there. And I didn't use my imagination. I didn't script a scene I wanted to bring to life. I wasn't using affirmations or gold cards. Or if I was doing it in a sort of half-assed way where I wasn't following through with that sense of commitment. But of course, as soon as you do make that jump to committing to it, that's a true sign that this repetitious practice is going to have that influence on that deeper part of you, which can only be reshaped via repetition that's spaced and that's emotionally charged. They actually are the key ingredients on reshaping it. Of course, don't worry if you're not quite practicing daily. What I also worked out is that this can be for 2 reasons. One is that a deep part of you knows that when you do commit to it, it is going to come into your life very quickly, and that is often the case. It doesn't take too long when you really commit to these practices. So one is that you're buying time, you're building your sense of self up, you're building your confidence up in various other ways, you're dipping your toe in the water, and you're slowly going to be fully submerged, but you need a bit more time. That's fantastic, you're exactly where you need to be. Or you're still not sure you're really wanting to manifest this thing. Maybe it's somewhat right to you, but you're waiting for more information. Or some part of your deeper soul's journey knows that this isn't something that you truly resonate with, that you truly desire to manifest. And of course, that's something that eventually will be revealed to you when you're ready to face that. Now, I'm not trying to discourage you. I always say trust your own intuition. But sometimes we can have that honest moment with ourselves when we're quietly sitting with our own thoughts and we ask ourselves, do I really desire this thing? And whether the answer is yes or no, that answer is often quite clear when we give ourselves that space. So if you're failing to manifest something and you're not doing daily practices and you're putting it off, perhaps it's time to ask, do I really want this? And if the answer is yes, fantastic. Well, then you can know that for sure and you can re-spark that inspiration and therefore commit to the daily practices. And therefore, you will see it manifest in a very short time. Number 2 is you take a different fork in the road. What do I mean by this? Well, we are creatures that are programmed with lots of past conditioning. And a lot of that comes from our childhood and our parental influence, but also society and various other emotional impacts along our journey through life. And they condition us to behave in certain ways, i.e. habits. But of course, when you start to reprogram that subconscious self, you're changing that autopilot within you, that natural course that you're pulled to follow. And so you might find yourself breaking out of a past habit. That's a fantastic sign. It means you really are fueling this new self, this new pathway. You're really entering into a harmony with the frequency of your manifestation. So you're being compelled to take this new path, this new fork in the road. Now, sometimes this can be a very clear example, such as if someone was wanting to reprogram themselves to be an early riser. And of course, that's quite a tangible, obvious thing when you start to find yourself jumping out of bed and skipping on to start your day, whereas you used to sleep until 11 a.m. That's a very clear sign. But this fork in the road can also apply in more subtle ways to more intangible or less concrete desires, such as attracting in a new significant other. So you may be going about your everyday life, and then one day you randomly feel this urge, this compulsion to take a new pathway to work, or to sit in a new place at lunch, or to visit a new restaurant, or to try this new experience. And you just feel it's right. It might not even be a big thing, but it's certainly something that is breaking out of the ordinary routine of your life. And yet it feels right, and you feel like you're going to be pulled to do it. And so you do it, and therefore it leads to a series of synchronicities, and the path starts to open up, and that manifestation gets closer and closer to you. In the book Psycho-Cybernetics, Maxwell Maltz describes the subconscious mind as a servo mechanism, or this autopilot type of device that really, it's like a heat-seeking missile. It just will find the target, and when it's programmed with that target, it will just make little nudges and direct you closer and closer in alignment so it can hit this target. And that's what's happening when you feel compelled and shifted into new patterns in your everyday life. Number 3 is that you are joyfully in the flow. This can be a rare occurrence, but it's a fantastic sign. And these are those days where you jump out of bed and you're on the right side of life. You're flowing through your everyday life. You're feeling joyful. You're feeling excited. You're feeling this sense of grateful anticipation that your desire truly is coming to you, or that you truly are this new version of yourself. And that conviction is so solid that it becomes a graceful experience. And you really feel light, and you feel positive, and you feel like this sense of optimism within you can't be shaken. And you just sort of go about your everyday experience, and even when things in your 3D reality seem to contradict that, you brush them off easily, because you're so bought into this idea and you're so immersed in it, and it's been marinating so deeply within you for such a long time that you're really not buying it anymore. You're past the old way of life and the old way of reacting fearfully to your current situation, that you just stay in that sense of faith, and you just flow from your heart, and you have that real soul level connection to your life. This is 4th density or 5th density living. That's what that experience is, and often it's very rare. Maybe it don't even last for an hour or two for you, maybe a full day, but whatever the window is, when you start to really just feel its truth right now, even though you don't really have much evidence of that fact, that feeling, that strength of feeling is a fantastic sign that you really are shifting your subconscious self. Alrighty guys, if you like this video, please like it, please subscribe to my channel, and leave me a comment because I'd love to hear what you think. Again, if you'd like to enroll in one-on-one manifestation or spiritual coaching with me, I'm currently still offering free sessions for a limited time only. Just check out the link in the description of my website with all the details for that. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.